I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
All right, people, I'm gonna write something on the board. Let's spell it. First letter.
L O G.
What's that? What?
It's time. It's time to have real, honest, open, difficult, and inspiring conversations. It's time for Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hello there, family. Hello and welcome. Welcome to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. How are you today? How are you? So happy to have you with us. As you know, or for those of you who don't know, I am joined by the one and only Miss Kayla J. You know, we like to have a little fun here and there. It's Wednesday, hump day, as some call it. Hump day. I hope you're having a great start to your week. And you know, I want to know all about it. You know, I do. I tell you that every day. I want to know what's going on in your life. I want to know how it's coming along. So fill me in. Let me know how your week is coming along so far, how your day went, how your day is going. I should say how your day went. We're still in the day. How your day is going, all of that good stuff. And since we had our tune-up last night with Dylan, how are you doing? How did you make out today? Did you do anything differently? Did you make any changes? Anything like that? Anything? Tell me all about it. So, family, for those of you who are new to the show, what I like to do as we get started is check in or a roll call, if you will. You know, I like to have a little fun with it. So I'm encouraging you to call us. Call me and Miss Kayla J and say hello. And you can do that by dialing 215-634-8065. Or you can call us toll free at 1-866-361-0900. You can say hello. You can tell us about your week thus far, the weekend. You know, fill us in. Let us know what's going on before we get into some other things. And to our family members on our socials, you can send us a hello as well to let us know that you're ready to join the conversation. As a matter of fact, Raphael is sending us a hello. Hey there, Raphael Suleiman. He shares a good evening with everybody. Thank you. Thank you for that. And to those of you who are simply listening, I just want you to know that we know you're out there because your presence and your love are always felt and are always appreciated. And lastly, but certainly not least, for those of our family members whose light is shining just a little dimly today, just a little bit, I am sending you all the extra love and hugs that you can handle. Do you hear me? Sending it to each and every one of you because we need that every now and again. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday! Happy birthday to you, because I believe we should all be celebrated and spoiled absolutely rotten. Okay, I wish I was. But as we get started, I'm anxious, like I said, to know what's going on with you, for you, in your life, all that good stuff, because that's what we do here. I'm giving you all a moment to just check in so we can move forward. Hi there, Brother Nasir. It's so good to know that you two are here as well. He shares, good evening, Sister Carol and Kayla J, and guests. Peace and blessings. So, okay, family. I'm not going to waste too much of your time with all of my pleasantries. I know, y'all know I can talk to you all night and just say, hey. But what I want you to do is to meet these exciting individuals that we have as guests tonight. And I don't want to waste any time doing it. So, what we're going to do as we begin, our first guests tonight are a dynamic duo. He is the CEO of both Joe Frazier Jr. Promotions and the Legacy Exists Joe Frazier Scholarship Fund, a 501c3 nonprofit founded by Wheeta Frazier Collins, his sister. The other half of this dynamic duo is a pioneering force in the world of boxing. She is a registered USA boxing official, a certified boxing trainer, and is one of the few Black female boxing promoters. Family, I invite you to meet and to the conversation with husband and wife Joe Frazier Jr. and Mrs. Miss Downing Frazier. Hello there, family. How are you?
Big energy,
Man,
big energy.
you read that bio, didn't you? Didn't you read that bio?
Yeah,
I had to look around and see what she was talking about first. I'm like,
it's the voice for me.
yeah, right.
Okay.
And the laugh and all that. You got the voice.
Well, thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I'm so happy to have y'all here with us. Welcome,
We're happy to be here.
welcome. You know, our family was excited for you guys to be here as well. Um, First of all, because we have an hour, and when I tell you, it goes by so quickly, and we have so
Yes,
much information to share, I'm going to jump right in, if that's okay with you.
absolutely.
Um, I'm curious to know, first of all, how did the two of you meet?
Yeah, that's always a question, right? The irony in the whole thing. We were in the manger, and no, I'm just playing.
Yes.
But no, you know what? The funny thing is, the Legacy Exists, the Joe Frazier Scholarship Fund, is actually where we met. Wheeta Frazier Collins, who passed away, my sister, she started the foundation. She had a dream and vision, and we're looking to continue that. But it was on, ironically, the last event before COVID, which was March 5th in 2019. And we had met. I never met Miss before, although she knew my sister. She had never met my father, and I never met her father, which is also in boxing. But we'd have put it together. It was the last minute of the night, and we introduced each other. We just like, oh, this is my brother, and this is Miss Down. So it was really love at first sight. But the thing is, we never got a chance to go out, take a date or anything. So all we had to do was talk because there was nothing open. So it was, it was a divine connection. There's no coincidences, and we look back at this, and there's more to that story, but that's the general synopsis of how we met and linked up.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, that's a lot in and of itself. Okay. You said, look, it was love at first sight. I don't think you needed to say any more after that. It was love at first sight, like, look, and it sounds like divine orchestration. That's what I like to call it. You know, some
Yes.
say enchantment, but I say divine orchestration. And blessings, to your sister who is no longer here, but it sounds like she had a hand in it.
Yeah, she's an
The two
angel.
of you
She's our
together.
angel.
She's not with us physically, but she's definitely with us spiritually. We
Yeah.
feel her all over. And all of my fathers, it's just, they're up there working something. And
Right.
that's a part of why we're on the show today, to talk about that. This is something in the making, but even bigger things to come. Because as her father said, boxing is the vehicle to get us to the purpose.
Right.
And okay, so tell us about your father, Miss.
Yes. So my father, he is from Trenton, New Jersey. Okay. So he is, I don't talk about him in the past tense. I talk about him in the present tense, but he is just an amazing man. Okay. If you talk about Trenton, they have to talk about James Downing.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
It was times at our house, we had a house full of boxers. Not only did he train them, he actually fed them. He had his hands in giving back to the kids of Trenton,
Right.
New Jersey.
Right.
Oh wow! So that's from where see that giving spirit from the
Yes.
two of you, because your father Joe was the same way. So that's that giving spirit. I'm sure that had a huge hand as well. That was just the icing on the cake and bringing
Right.
the two of you together.
Right.
So now I should ask too, what's it like working together?
So let me back up for a second. He says love at first sight. So when I took a look at him. Actually, I told Wida, I was like, Wida, I did not know you had a brother that looked like that. Okay. I said, Wida, you should have introduced me to him 4 years ago. Okay. What is going on? Okay.
You holding out.
Oh,
Right.
man.
And then I looked at him, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Where's his wife at? Where is she at? And then I said, you know what? Wida, let me know what's going on. And she was like, Miss, that's you, Miss, that's you. I said, so he thinks it's all about him when it comes to that, but it really is Wida. So it really is a combination. But what I'm going to say is a combination of both of them.
Right.
Okay.
Right. It's a team effort.
It's a team effort. Okay.
You know?
And then when I found out his name, I was like, oh, I said, let me check your license. First, I didn't believe it. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, she really
Are
did check
you
on that.
really Joe Frazier Jr.? And then when I took a look at his license, I said, ooh,
You said, wait a
this
minute.
is nice.
It's not the direction the show was going.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This wasn't the direction.
Well, you listen, the title of the show is Love and Life. So we talk about everything under the umbrellas of both.
I'm open. She know I'm open. I just won't go all the way there. I'm gonna leave some stuff out.
All right, let's go back to boxing.
Yeah.
Let's go back to boxing now.
Listen,
Let's go back to boxing now.
I love the love story. But boxing is the glue for the two of you.
That's right.
That is the most interesting thing in it all for me, especially because, Miss, you, as I shared with everybody, that you're one of the few Black female boxing promoters. So here you are in this industry where there's so few of us, and you meet your king. This queen meets her king. Okay. You said,
Well, let me say that too, because a part of that, not only is she one of the only Black female promoters, she was one of the youngest to do 2 shows in a weekend.
Ooh.
You know, she set history. So
Yeah,
I definitely
we're
want to
looking
put
for that
that out
phone call. Yes, we did make history.
wow. Well, congrats.
there.
Thank you.
Congrats to you, Queen. Congrats.
Thank
Okay,
you.
for the history. I mean, first of all, I don't know another Black female that is a registered USA boxing official, number one, a certified boxing trainer, number two. Okay. I don't, you are the only one.
They have a combination of 3.
Yes. You are the only one. So kudos to you. Seriously, kudos to you. I mean,
Thank you so
and you know,
much. I appreciate that.
because it feels like to you, you're like, well, this is in every fiber of my being. This is just who I am. But you know, but for me,
So when I was little, okay, and I'm talking about 5 years old, my father, he looked at me and he said, you know, one day you're going to be a boxing promoter. And I'm like, boxing promoter? What is a boxing promoter? And he explained it to me. And he's like, you know, you're going to have fighters that come to you asking to sign with your promotional team. And he said, you're going to house boxers who need homes. You're going to provide insurance for boxers who need health insurance. He explained to me all this at the age of 5. Right. So it's just amazing actually walking out his vision and his legacy.
He spoke it and poured into you.
Yeah, at 5.
Okay. That is so. You have any siblings?
I'm sorry. When I tell you the story continues and goes on, like we're not even scratching the surface of what this love story is about, and that is what's to come. That's why I say boxing is just a vehicle, and this is what her father, who spoke so profoundly and was so deeply into the spiritual game, let us know. You know, and I never got a chance to meet him, but I know everything I need to know about him. You know, because I seek that knowledge, that wisdom, and understanding. So I'm telling you, there's I can't show you, but I can tell you right now.
We can tell you it's really deep. So my sister is the only female that's 11-time national champion. Okay, so that's my little sister, right? So my little sister, she actually showed me that she can be, or you can be a female in the business of boxing, in the ring, and be just as good as a man. Okay. So, you know, when she turned pro, my father didn't even work her corner. He allowed someone that was a coach who lost his son in the boxing world. He actually passed away. And I asked my dad, I said, Dad, you know, it's time. Your daughter turned pro. You should be in the ring. And he said, no, I want him to get his praise. I'll stay in the back. So that's who he was as a man in the boxing business. And that's why he said, boxing isn't the purpose. It is the vehicle the creator has given you to take you to the purpose.
That's right.
I am still digesting that at the age of 5, your father, Miss, poured into you, spoke into your life what you would be doing. And I mean, at 5, listen, I think I had an easy bake oven. Okay. I think I did. I think I had my easy bake oven and my baby alive. That's what I had at 5. And here your father was telling you, this is what I see for your life, and for it to have come to fruition. Like, that amazes me. It amazes me that he saw that in you. That amazes me. It really does. But listen, don't they know us? Our parents know their children.
That's right.
They know their children. They definitely do. So, okay, so you two, you meet. It's love at first sight for the both of you. And this bond is made. So now we're working together. How does that translate with you working together? Do you have the same type of synergy when you work together as well?
Well, no, we're the complete opposites, and that's why it works so well. I'm the clarity communication guy. She's the just go and think about it later type of girl, and it works out perfectly because it's a balance. We learn from one another. We test one another. We fail, and then we go back and pass it again. But we're self-aware, and I think for both of us, we're our best students and best teacher. And surrounding with, my mother, who is very spiritual. I get a lot of my spiritual gifts from her. My father, Smoking Joe Frazier. I mean, it's a divine connection through and through. But we are very different, which makes us the perfect compatible match because we're willing to work with each other.
I love that. That yin and yang. That's what that is.
Exactly.
I love that. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge some of our family members who are joining the conversation and sharing some love. Hakeem Stokes is sharing love. Hey there, Hakeem. Nina Dawkins is sharing love. And she says, congratulations to you, Miss.
Thank you.
Your accomplishments, and to the both of you as well. Miss Joanne. Hi, Miss Joanne Dorman. She is joining us as well. I just love being able, number one, to share your story now. Family, we have so much more to share coming from this dynamic duo here. I'm trying to cover it all, and it's just not enough time. It's just not enough time. So I do have one question before we get into the crux of why you two are here. I was looking at the heading of one of the flyers that we're going to share with our family members, and it reads, Joe Frazier Jr. Promotions in association with Miss Downing Promotions, and it presents. So how does that work? Are you promoting the fight separately? And if so, what does it mean to do so?
So Miss Downing Promotions was created before Joe Frazier Jr. Promotions. She's been in the game for over 20 years. I've been around it all my life.
Right.
But I went the collegiate football route, and I shied away from being involved with boxing because my father didn't want us to box, nor did he want us to play football either. But he did not want us to get into that life. So seeing how things shaped up, because he had retired when I was born. I was born in 82. He just got done retiring in 83, but he didn't want us to get into that.
Don't say years. Don't say years.
That's all right.
That ain't know how old you are.
Listen, I'm how young I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm like fine wine.
You see, we're all happy to be here, right? Listen, we're all happy to be here.
But it's a matter of, I didn't get into it. So what we said is, listen, you have a name. You are your name. A little bit of my story is I was afraid to use my name from young because I didn't want to get things off of the name. And people are like, you're not using it to get it. That's your name. So it took me a while for that. So that's why I do, outside of this, my main thing is transformational coaching, where I help people become their best version. But it had to start with me. So I said, I don't want to get rid of what you're doing because you've built and you deserve the legacy. Let's just combine with using my name as well in collaboration. So
I love that. Listen, y'all better get it. You hear me? I love it. I love it. Okay, before we go to commercial break, because when we come back, it's all about everything we have to share. But I have a question for you, Miss. What would you say, as one of the few Black female boxing promoters, what would you say has been most challenging and what's been most rewarding?
I would say the most challenging would be proving myself. As a Black female in the business, I feel like I have to work harder than the regular Joe. Not saying no.
I'm not right.
You're not regular. The regular Joe. Okay. Okay. So as far as the most enjoying part would probably be the passion I have for it. I've gotten the question all the time, like, why are you doing this? Okay. It's a lot of heartbreaking. It's a lot of sweat, blood, sweat, and tears. Why do you do it? It's inside of me. Boxing is just happiness for me. Okay. When I see boxing, it's like, it's just in my bones. Okay. And I'm going to blame my dad for that.
I know that's right. Family, listen, it's time for a break. But know that the phone lines are open and feel free to comment on our socials. You're tuned into Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at WURD Radio. Stay with us because we'll be right back.
For more than a decade, Comcast has been committed to bridging the digital divide in Philadelphia and across the country. From connecting people to the internet to opening doors for the next generation of innovators, entrepreneurs, and storytellers, they are helping to create a future that benefits generations to come. Now, Comcast is expanding their efforts through Project Up, their comprehensive initiative to help build a future of unlimited possibilities. Backed by a $1 billion commitment to reach tens of millions of people over the next decade, Comcast is working to ensure all Philadelphians have the skills, resources, and opportunities they need to participate and excel in an increasingly digital world. This includes partnering with community experts to build a network of digital navigators, trusted individuals who help build awareness around initiatives like the government's Affordable Connectivity Program and teach critical digital skills to get more people online. Project Up, building a future of unlimited possibilities. Learn more at comcast.com/Project Up.
Through Project Up, Comcast is committing $1 billion to build a future of unlimited possibilities.
What's up, Philly? It's Solomon Jones. Don't look now, but back to school is just around the corner. How will that work for you? Did your child's education plan work for you last year? Were safety issues, bullying, and persistent health concerns working together to make your child or grandchild's life miserable? Maybe it's time to consider Commonwealth Charter Academy. They know how schools should work. Commonwealth Charter Academy, or CCA, has a 21-year track record of providing a flexible, stable, online education in the comfort of your home. Enroll today at ccaeducate.me. Here are some benefits that could work for your family. 1, a world-class, flexible, customizable education streamed directly to your home at no cost to you. 2, laptops, headphones, high-speed internet access, and learning materials, all provided at no cost to you. Join the more than 4,200 students from Philly who already attend CCA. Enroll for the fall at ccaeducate.me. Trust me, they know how school should work.
This is the story of a very special woman. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician or an entrepreneur. Her knowledge was limitless and still is. She could also make monsters disappear, especially those that lurked in the shadows under the bed. Once, this woman put back together a teenage girl's broken heart, which had been shattered in 1,000 pieces, just by giving her a bear hug. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
This is your celebration.
Hello, my name is Dr. Ashley Jordan, and I'm the president and CEO for the African American Museum in Philadelphia. And it is my happy privilege to wish a happy 20th anniversary to WURD Radio.
Hi, my name is Jillianne Patricia Pertel. I'm the CEO of the National Marian Anderson Museum and Historical Society. And you are tuning into WURD, the best radio station in the nation, celebrating 20 years of excellence, not only in our community here in Philadelphia, but nationwide. If it is information you seek, if it is the best in cultural arts, tune in to WURD. Happy 20th anniversary.
We're celebrating 20 years of progressive Black Talk Media. You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hello there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. We are talking with this dynamic duo here, Mr. and Mrs. Joe Frazier Jr. and Miss Downing Frazier, and sharing with us about, look, life, love, married life, working, all of that good stuff and everything in between, okay? But we have so much more to talk about, so I'm going to shut up and keep moving. Before we go further, I want to acknowledge some family members that are checking in. Heather Wilson. Hey there, Heather. Hey, girl, hey. And Kat D'Ambrosio is checking in as well. And I believe we have a family member waiting on our phone lines to check in too. Are you still there by any chance?
Yes, Sister Carol. Peace be unto you and to your guests.
And to you as well. Thank you.
Also to you.
Hey, look, I'm hearing a real love story here on top of everything. But I had to change because I made a statement one time, and Sister Smoke told me that don't say that no more, right? And so I changed it, and I put it like this here. Rocky is the fake Joe Frazier, Smoking Joe. You dig what I'm saying? And look, I went and got my trophy because in 2020, I got a trophy here given to me, and it was done online because it was coming right out of COVID, right? It says Smoking Joe Frazier, 78th birthday, January 12th, 2022.
Wow.
World champion, education icon, and it has my name. And I got in there behind my sister, Miss Veronica Joyner, of the Mathematics, Civics, and Science Charter School, where, some of the family members went for a time. But, talking about your father, man, your father was a superior fighter in the ring, right?
Yes.
And he was a superior human being, man. Yes. I remember I was working construction, and he used to have like lunch or breakfast at a place right at Broad and Wallace, right? He used to be in there, and I used to always tell him, I said, Joe, you got the greatest left hook of all time. He used to say, I know. he would say, I know, because he knew what it was. But I'm just saying. And then I would be up at the gym, and I would see him outside. And when people came up to him, because when they saw the real heavyweight champion here in Philadelphia, they would get out of their cars, and he would never, like shy away from giving them autographs and treating them like. That's what I'm talking about. Great human being that when people, because I've seen people that was in high positions, and when people wanted to, like get next to him, shake their hand, they acted like they was from Mars. And that's why I say this man was a real human. So you use that name, brother. That's your name.
I know. Hey, you're right.
That's your daddy's name. So don't let nobody tell you that you ain't supposed to be using it, because in other words, God gave it to you, didn't he?
Amen.
Well,
Amen.
I'm gonna drop the mic on that. But y'all keep on doing what you do and be blessed. Because I'm telling
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Same to you. Thank you so much.
Y'all got real love. That's what I'm talking about. Real black love. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you, King.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that. So, family, okay, Mr. and Mrs., I know you have some things to share with us. What do you have going on now?
Yes. Well, we, I will say we have a great team behind us, so we are very appreciative of it, and we couldn't have done any of this without them, and obviously God first and foremost. But we have August 25th through the August 27th, we are doing the Ultimate Experience Weekend in Atlantic City at the Showboat Hotel. We really thought deep into this, and with the passing of my sister and her sister-in-law, Wida Frazier Collins, we really wanted to make it about her, along with my father, who were both great humanitarians, even Mrs. Father, so it really plays to all three of them. But Friday, we are doing a gala from 7 to 11 at the Showboat. Everything is at the Showboat. And we are giving away humanitarian awards, one being for the mayor, Marty Small. We have Roy Jones Jr. on there. We have Michael Spinks and his wife and much, much more. Tracy Larry and Diane, Tracy Syfax. So it's really just giving it to those who really represented what my sister, her father, my father, all were all about, which was giving back. And then we're also giving away scholarships to the at-risk youth, which is what the Legacy Exists is all about. And then Wida loved fashion. So we're going to have a mini fashion show to go.
With the Atlantic City Fashion
Weeks, actually run by our cousins, Lamont and Gina. They will be emceeing along with Nino. And just good food, seafood. So I don't know. I'm a seafood guy. She's a seafood guy. So we got the seafood, we got everything, vegetables, crab, all the whole good stuff.
And then we also have chicken and fish.
Yeah, right.
Chicken and fish.
But it's dressed to impress. Mm-hmm. It's red carpet. There will be interviews. So we just want everybody to have a good time, but understand understand what Wida was all about. She literally, and as you can see the flyer, she was the sweetest soul of boxing.
Yeah, 100%.
I would say, at her funeral, I actually spoke about this, and I mean it. Like, people say, what would Jesus do? And I say, what would Wida do? Because she was the closest that I could say represents that agape love that Jesus showed, and it was, it really means a lot. My brother-in-law, Gary, my niece, Crystal, they will be there to share their statements. So that's Friday, that's just to start the weekend. Mm-hmm. Then we're kicking off Saturday with a NBA boxing title fight, world title fight. Okay, see these two champs right here, these two warriors, and this is the main event. Not even to say the undercard. This will be Saturday night. Start open doors at 6, 7 the fight start. But listen, if you love boxing, if you love entertainment, and we came back into this industry not to just have the boxing show be a boxing show. My vision is to get the crowd together, get them involved, just have an ultimate experience. That's Saturday. All right. Okay. You have to get a little sleep.
Saturday night.
Right. Get a little sleep, because an hour after that, we got the after party. And it's going to be the first ever after party at the water park in the adult section at the Showboat Hotel again. I'm telling you, we're not playing games. Like
this. Y'all aren't playing at all. This is
this is something for everyone.
It ain't a game.
Yeah, something for everyone.
And we have a couple of surprises coming in too.
Right.
Okay,
right.
We won't talk about just yet.
Right. You got to be in the listen. You want a seat at the table? You got to be in the building.
How about that? Well, I want to know all about the boxers. I want to know about the fight, and I want to. I'm on 10.
Bring them in, but we're gonna close out the day with Sunday, the Ultimate Cigar Experience. Okay, so I can't leave that out. Especially being Smoking Joe's son. The cigar. Listen, and that is going to be in the Foundation Room, which I don't know if any of you are familiar, but this is where the people who played the House of Blues, they would actually congregate and go into there afterwards. So they had like their elite group. This will probably be the last event that is held in that room. It is a gorgeous room, over 10 VIP rooms, the balcony where you can go. So it's going to be It's going to be awesome.
You said red carpet ready. Be red carpet ready.
Be ready.
And this is what we're doing. Okay, so tell us about the boxers. I'm looking at the time, and I want us to have everybody to meet them.
Yes, so we have Shady Gamore on here. We also have Derek Take It to the Bank Webster. They are fighting for the NBA World Title belt on Saturday in August 26th. Listen, you got to be there. They're also both under the tutelages of Roy Jones Jr. So, what are they doing? They're proven, they're savvy, and they both got something to prove. But I ain't gonna take their thunder. They right here, live and in person, looking at each other, eyeing each other down.
Listen, time out. Before you ask them any questions, okay, you're not allowed to ask me who I'm going with, okay? That's a question.
That's a no-no. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. First of all, I just want to say thank you to both of you fellas for joining us. How about that? Thank you for joining us. I'm excited about the fight. I'm excited about it. I know my family was really big in boxing when I was coming up, so I'm familiar. But I'm curious to know from each of you, and it doesn't matter which of the two answers first. You know, this whole week, being a part of this and being a part of an event that involves the legacy of Joe Frazier Jr., especially under the tutelage of, you said, of Roy
Jones.
Oh my Lord! Under the tutelage of Roy Jones, like, what does this mean to you? Doesn't matter who answers first, but
Derek can start first. It's okay. Derek can start first.
Oh, he letting you go first. Oh. Okay. No, I ain't gonna start. Go ahead.
No, let the man go first. No.
So what does this mean to you, being a part of it?
First? Or you want Shady to go first? Go ahead, Shady, you go first.
All right. I would just say I'm blessed for this opportunity, you know, and I just want to thank Miss Downing Promotion and Joe Frazier Jr. Promotion for this opportunity. And my whole team, you know, it's not just about me, it's my whole team behind me. You know, I've been working hard for years, you know, so I just want to thank everybody, and thank you for having me on, Carol.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And Derek, you.
This is everything right here. You know what I mean? I've always fought on Miss Downing Promotions. And of all of her shows, I've always headlined it. So it's another exciting moment for me. You know what I mean? Now to fight on Joe Frazier Promotions as well. I think me and Shady got the recipe for a nice fight. You know, I'm excited. He definitely gonna have to work hard. I mean, I've been training, so I mean, and I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight.
Where are you both from?
I'm here in Jersey.
Okay, Derek, you're in Jersey, and from where do you come, Shady?
I'm from Sweden, but I've been in the States training also. But I'm from Sweden originally. Yeah.
Nice. I just want to recognize some of our family members are commenting. Miss Lola, she says, fight night. Let's get ready. Where's it going to be again? It will be in
the Showboat Hotel. Showboat Hotel, Saturday, August 26th. Doors open at 6. We're getting it rolling at 7 o'clock. Be in there. Listen, and I'm going to say this. I've seen both of them. I respect both of them and what they do. You know, it's funny, love in life. You got to love what you're doing, especially when it comes to boxing, because you can't play boxing. So you got to love that. And boxing is a part of life. You got shadow boxing and you got shadow personal development work that you got to do in yourself. So I always say we have two things inside of us. You got to fight, you got to face, and you got to fight it, you got to embrace. And that's internally and externally. So I'm excited to see them go toe to toe. I'm not going to say he's going to win either. But
listen, it could not have been a better match.
Right.
These are two great guys,
right.
And overall great champions.
Well, let me ask you this, because I want to let our family members know, where can they go to purchase tickets? Is there a link? Is there a website?
Yep. Go to JoeFrazierJr.promotions.com. You can go get any of the tickets that you need. Very easy. Just click get tickets and it takes you right there. You can go to the Showboat Hotel to get the hotels. They got the discounts on there right now, so you can just go on there. Very simple. And it's just the place you want to be.
And it's first come, first serve, okay? Because
it's a whole weekend. I mean, this is the whole weekend of non-stop like
What
nonstop event.
you do the weekend or one of the individual events, I'm telling you, you gotta don't wait. And I'm not telling you that just because of trying to sell you here, because you can't tell me that you couldn't get in when I told you don't wait. So take action now. But this fight in particular is going to be amazing, and I'm super excited to be a part of it too.
So we're going to go to break in just a moment, but when we come back, I'd like to know how you paired the two of these gentlemen for this fight. I'm curious to know, and I want to hear from the two of them. What they're feeling about boxing each other. But we're going to go to commercial break first. Family, it's time for just a short break. But know that the phone lines are open and feel free to continue to comment on our socials. You already know. You're tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. Stay with us because we'll be right back.
It's Lady B's annual basement party.
I heard that.
Philly, are you ready? September 3rd at the Dell Music Center. This year, the basement party features MC Light.
Hey, Light, what will you be doing?
Kicking and bashing down competition. And when I drop the bomb, you'll listen.
Also featuring Stetson Sonic.
But for the life of me, I didn't know why.
When
they reminisce over you, my
There's
dog.
one with Brand Nubian.
Hey, baby.
Plus Cool Mo D. Stormy on. Then I'll watch you 3 seconds later. That's the Force MD. And the Soul Sonic Force. September 3rd. It's the hottest party of the summer at the Dell Music Center.
Tickets available at the box office Monday through Friday from 10 to 5. Also available at Philadelphia Hair Company, OP Productions in Delaware, and Ticketmaster. Sponsored by McCoy Law Firm, Rick's Funeral Home, and always Best Care.
What are you waiting for? If you've been enjoying the information and interviews WURD provides every day, or come out to our community events, it might be time to become a member. This year marks the 20th anniversary of WURD, and there's no better time to join the forward movement. Sign up or renew your sustaining membership at just $90, or your digital membership for just $5 a month. Join online at wordradio.com/membership, or pick up the phone and give us a call at 215-425-7875. Press 4 for assistance. The time to join is now.
What am I waiting for?
Why is WURD important to the community?
Thank you for asking.
Let me count the ways.
And it's one of the most important radio stations in the country.
WURD has always been a platform for Black people in Philadelphia.
We're one of the only Black-owned talk radio stations in the country. We're one of 4 in the nation.
A lot of what's going on in the world today, I think, is a result of people feeling like they don't have a voice.
Without WURD, we wouldn't have such educated, loving, caring people of color who really are interested in what's going on in neighborhoods around the city.
WURD creates such a sense of community in the Black community here in Philadelphia.
It amplifies the voices that are mostly marginalized.
It allows you to speak and be heard and to create your own narrative, your own story.
It's a place where we can share our thoughts, our ideas, our dreams.
You control who and what you say about yourself.
Every community needs a hub.
We are 20 years strong, giving voice to the community, and without the community, there will be no WURD. We are one and the same, and it is not a game. WURD.
Pollution from trucks is a public health crisis. Diesel-burning trucks belch dangerous levels of pollution, and communities living near ports and along freight corridors breathe especially high levels of this dirty air. But this crisis has a solution. My name is Sasan Sadat, and I work for Earth Justice. I'm working to clean up our air quality, particularly for communities that bear the burden of diesel pollution. For the sake of our lungs, our health, and our climate, the future of trucking in this country has got to be zero emissions. Until then, I will never rest.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Earth Justice is fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. If clean air matters to you, visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
This is your celebration.
My name is Linda Evans. I'm a longtime member of WRD, but I want to say thank you, God, for WRD for your 20 years and continue to give WRD 20 more years of service to the community. Amen, and thank you.
My name is Takeem from Southwest Philly. I'm here with 20th anniversary of the WURD. What up?
Hi, I'm Gary with the Kimmel Center. Just wanted to say happy 20th anniversary of WURD.
How you doing? My name is Michael Troutman from People's Light out in Malvern, PA. We want to definitely thank WURD for all that they've been doing to the community. Happy 20th anniversary and happy 20th anniversary blessings.
We're celebrating 20 years of progressive Black Talk Media.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know what love is.
Hey there, family. Welcome back. You're tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. So we're talking with Joe Frazier Jr. and his wife, Mrs. Miss Downing Frazier. And we've got guests. We've got Shady and Derek Webster. These two men have been pitted against one another for the title fight that will take place on August 26th. That's Saturday, August 26th, right? Is that correct? Yep. Before the break, I asked how you decided to pit these two gentlemen against each other.
Okay, so Derek already told you, every time I had a show, Derek will fight for my main event, right? Mm-hmm. So we all know Derek is a superstar, okay? And he is a hands-on superstar, okay? So Derek would send me opponents, okay? And he would send opponents, and I'm like, oh my God, he's sending me another opponent. Isn't that what matchmakers do? But he's a hands-on. When it comes to him, he's looking for opponents. He's looking for gloves. He's looking for somebody to sing, somebody to bring him out, somebody to do national anthem. Okay, he's hands-on, okay? So the opponents that he was sending me, right? I was like, okay, they have the same record of your boy Shady, right? Okay. So why don't we ask Roy Jones first, because we have to ask Roy Jones first because these are his students, to see if it's okay. Okay. We asked Roy. Roy's like, listen, ask Shady. And Shady said, I took a chance by asking Shady, and I could not believe Shady said yes. Okay.
So the best of the best.
Wow.
Hey, I want to give Miss Downing a good show because she always been good to me, and I want to give back something too, and it's an honor to be on the card also. So, and it's an honor to fight Derek also because I know he's a respectful guy and he have a good record and he have experience. So it's fun for me to get in there and share that with him. So.
I love that. I'm used to seeing, the boxers go at each other with the burning eyes and before the fight and all of that good stuff. So it's refreshing. I should.
After all the hard training, you don't have the energy, to argue. Hey, after all the listen, I can barely open it's 2 a.m. here in Sweden. The time here is 2 a.m.
Oh, it's 2 a.m. there. Okay, that's right.
Oh, Shady. Oh, okay, so thank you.
It's all good.
Tremendously again for joining us 2 a.m. Oh heavens,
it's all good. It's all good.
That's love for the game right there. Love for the sport.
Yeah, it's exactly.
And respect for you guys also. So
thank you.
And for everybody here. So
that's love and respect to the utmost from all of you actually. For because I know what each of you does. What each of you does takes a lot. It takes a lot. So to take time out, and I know some people will say, well, I mean, that's part of it. Yeah, but you don't always have like
Right.
the bandwidth or the energy to do all of what it takes. So thank you all for making the time to come here. I'm curious to know, is there anything that any of you want to share with us, with our family members, anything that you want to say, that you want us to know about this weekend? Anything else you want us to know about this weekend?
I'm gonna say this. It's gonna be a. Can I curse on here?
No.
Okay.
Off the air.
It'll be a heck of. At least I asked because I normally wouldn't even ask. I ain't gonna lie to you. So it'll be a heck of a weekend. I'm telling you. I respect these. Huh?
You can say hell. We can say hell.
She said I say. See.
You can't run your show. Look at me. Just my promoter thing is just kicking in.
But real talk, I appreciate Derek and Shady. I appreciate them being on here. I appreciate them taking the fight. I just appreciate it. I appreciate our team. I appreciate you, Carol, because this is going to be awesome. And I'm doing it again for my sister ultimately, and that means a lot. I do miss her, but I understand she is with us. But I'm telling you, this is the start of something great. And I encourage all of you to be a part of it because this is just the beginning. As I said in the beginning, boxing is just a vehicle to get us to the purpose. I know I've been called into this sport, yes, with my father and everything, but I've been called to do it in a different way and do something different along the lines.
Shout out to the team, too.
And shout out, yes, to the team, Nina, Lance, Yolanda. I mean, they put this stuff together and they listen. Andrew was the key person to put it together. But not only do we have a team here, I'm telling you real talk, and I believe this with my whole heart. We got a team up there. Yes. We got a spiritual team that is putting this together. Every morning I say, God, open up my eyes, ears, and hearts to the steps you have ordered for me. And every day he gives me something new through someone. That's why I truly have no worries. Because I know it's all working for my good. It may not turn out how I want it to, the outcome, but I understand it's working for my good. I just have to wait to see how it's going to fold out.
But this weekend,
that's a whole word.
So be there. You got to be there. You got to be there. I can say no more than you have to be there. You want to sit at the table, you got to be in the building. So get there, get your tickets, do whatever you got to do because I'm telling you, you will look back and you'll say, I remember when.
Yes, and these two guys are the perfect guys for the job.
I am hearing that. So how often do you two host events?
We do. We try to do it every quarter. We just got back into it from now on the professional side. We were doing amateurs.
Giving back shoes.
Shoe drives, sneaker drives. We do all of that. But now the goal is to do it on a quarterly basis, maybe even every couple months. That's what I'm saying. This is it. This is it. This is the beginning.
I'm going to take a moment to go to our socials. Our family members are commenting, and one of our family members is asking, she shares much success to everyone, but she wants to know if the boxers are single.
Who's going to go first?
Okay.
That's a long distance relation for Shady. I tell you that.
No comments.
No comment.
That make you guys laugh.
Right? Take you to the bank.
Derek definitely will take you to the bank.
Derek said no, he is not single. Okay, and Shady said no comment. Okay, all right, and it has been said. Well, fellas, I want to thank you for joining us. Shady, I'll let you get to bed, and Derek, let you
it's all good.
Doing the other things that you have to do. And I'm looking at the time because we're about to close out this hour. I'm just, grateful to all of you, to each and every one of you for coming to share your time, energy, attention with all of us. And we're looking forward to that weekend. It's August 25th, 26th, and 27th.
Yes.
That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Atlantic City Showboat Hotel, Joe Frazier Jr. Promotions. Go there, get your tickets, get your hotel, and just be in the building.
And kudos to the two of you on your union, on the blessings, the continued blessings, the blessings that you already have experienced, and continued blessings, because I see your angels, at work. I see this divine orchestration that's going on here. So congratulations to the two of you as well. Oh my goodness, family. So if you have just joined us, you are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. We've just had a full hour talking about love, talking about life, talking about everything in between. Our guests have been Mr. and Mrs. Joe Frazier Jr., his wife, Miss Downing Frazier, and I mean the men of the night of the 26th of the title fight, both Shady and Derek Webster.
World title fight.
You got to say
How about
world.
that? The world title fight. That's right, the world title fight. How about that? So, family, in case you missed that, it's a weekend filled weekend. You hear me? It will take place August 25th, August 26th, and August 27th at the Showboat in Atlantic City. Family, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to go to just a short commercial break, but we will be right back. Thank you all, and have a good night to you.
Tune in this Friday at 9:20 a.m. for Tech Life Steph's digital tip of the week. Listen throughout the week for her digital updates. Brought to you by Comcast.
Founders Day is back, and you won't want to miss the celebration of our founder, Walter P. Lomax Jr., MD, on Friday, August 18th at the future home of WURD, 3601 Haverford Avenue, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please join us for a block party filled with panel discussions, health screenings, dancing, food, and fun. Check out family-friendly activities, vendors, and the presentation of our third annual Community Impact Awards. You can also stand with WURD Radio. Start or renew your 4WURD membership at the special Founders Day discounted rate of $80, or start a digital membership. That's our 2023 Founders Day celebration, Friday, August 18th at the future home of WURD, 3601 Haverford Avenue, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Let's face it, life looks a little different. During these times, we're doing our best to keep our minds and bodies strong. And getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy, so we don't miss out on what matters, like having game night at home. Yeah, can't do that while sick with the flu. Now imagine family movie night that your daughter can't live without. Well, that's ruined. And don't forget your uncle's socially distanced cookout. See, that's why it's important to be at our strongest. Every year, millions of people in the US get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
This is your celebration.
I'm Patricia Canella Duckett from United Healthcare Community Plan, and I want to wish WURD a happy 20th anniversary. For those of you that do not know, WURD and United Healthcare Community Plan have a very long-standing history and continue the partnership and continue doing much work. Again, happy 20th anniversary. Thank you so much.
We're celebrating 20 years of progressive Black Talk Media. We're bringing joy and power to the people. This is WURD Radio, 900 AM and 96.1 FM, WURD, Philadelphia. Celebrating 20 years of progressive Black Talk Media. Streaming online at wordradio.com and the WURD Radio app.
Let me tell you something, and don't you ever forget it. That success is nothing without someone you love to share it with.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hello there, family. Hello and welcome back. Welcome to the top of the second hour of Love and Life with yours truly, Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. Professional, progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. What's going on with me? What's wrong with me? So we just had an hour of a great conversation with Joe Frazier Jr. and his wife, Miss Downing Frazier. Her first name is Miss. So for those of you who are wondering why I keep saying Miss instead of Mrs., it's Miss Downing Frazier. And they shared with us some of their upcoming events. But you know how I like to share with you all what's going on and what we have in our own neighborhood and backyard as well. So our next guest is going to do just that. But before we do so, I'm going to go to our phone lines for a moment to talk with one of our family members who's been waiting to talk with us. Hello, how are you today?
I am wonderful. How are you, my love?
I am wonderful too. Thank you for asking.
And you know, I'm thanking God for this wonderful, bright moment. You know, well, first of all, let me say, Brother Joe Frazier was such a humble individual that you can walk in that gym and ask to see him. And if he was in there, you would get a chance to see him. And very quickly, you know, I went there one day and I asked Joe, Brother Frazier, would he be able to serve on our board? And that's Committee for a Better North Philadelphia.
Mm.
And he had told me that, you know, he was really, you know, tied up with a lot of stuff. But he would ask his daughter, Jackie, and he would ask his son, Melvin, ask to see if either one of them would have the time to serve on my board. And you know what, my love? The next week, both Marvin and Jackie joined our organization, Committee for a Better North Philadelphia. And that sister so sharp that with all the work that she was doing and all the passion that she was doing, she still had the opportunity to run for judgeship and won. So I just wanted to share that. And always, you know, my love, thank God that we have someone talking about love and pushing love out here, because the things that are going on in our community is just frightening.
Yeah.
And without love shining its hair here and there, ain't no telling where we will be in the community. So thank you, love, for everything. Thank you for all your guests. Thank the Frazier family for spending some time with us. I'm going to do the best I can, because I really, really would love to have, you know, me and my family to go check out their program this week. So thank you, love, for allowing me to share that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And for the love. I love you right back. Thank you so much. Family. As I was stating a few moments ago, we're at the top of the second hour of Love and Life. And as such, we have another exciting guest who will be joining us in just a few moments. He is the founder and owner of Zoagies, deep fried hoagies. He started what is now a nationally known food truck business with no capital, no funding, and no knowledge of the industry. Okay. Through years of hard work and dedication, he has turned his business, what he considered a backyard side hustle, okay, into $1 million plus food truck business. I can tell you, I have been there several times, okay? Several times. That's how much I love his food. But I've invited him to come to talk with us just about his journey and how he came to be, how the business itself came to be. I should share with you too that because of his passion and dedication, he has been on some of the nation's top news programs, TV shows, and on the front page of several publications. Family, I invite you to meet and do the conversation with EZELL Barnes of Zoagies, otherwise known as Chef Zogie. Hello there. Hello there. How are you, Chef
Zello, can
Zogie?
you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I
I am
can. We
great.
can
It's
hear
this
you
beautiful Zay.
well.
Oh, you can. My screen went blank. I'm like, oh, I done lost my laptop.
No, 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 no. First of all, thank you for joining us
Yeah.
because, again, like I was telling our family members, I go to visit you often. So, and I have family members who visit you often as well. So I know how busy you are. I know how busy we keep you, I should say.
Oh, my
So
God.
thank you for
Yes,
coming.
indeed. Yeah, you're so Zelda. Thanks for the invite.
Please.
I love.
I'm glad. Thank you. Okay, I'm so curious to know before we get into the ins and outs of Zogies. From where did the desire, the interest come for Z, this letter Z, for that to be the catalyst? I should say it's the beginning of everything involving Chef Zogie. So, from where does that come?
The Z comes from my nickname, Zoke. Zoke, and my initial project was only hoagies, and we used my name Zoke and combined it with hoagies and made Zogies. And then later on, maybe a year later, the Z became Zinglish. I put a Z on everything when a friend of mine asked me for a Zacco, and I said, "What the Zacco?" He said, "Yeah, I put that Z on it." And from that moment, I said, Zish, Zrimp, Zrab, like they never zad. Oh my za. We different, unique, and we looking for the people to zapeat.
Well, let me
So
tell you something.
that right there started English.
I love it. I love it. So, family, I should share with you because I get the salmon. Okay. I get my salmon, which is, of course, salmon, but I get my salmon. Okay. Just to let you know, I get my salmon ogi and I enjoy it. I enjoy it. That's what I get. That's my thing. Every time I go, that's what I get. But I'm curious to know, first of all, how did you come to starting the food truck?
Well, before the food truck, I was a number one salesman in the world for a corporation called FRAZIER Incorporated, based out of Troy, Michigan. I sold pretty much, I would never say it then, but high-end vacuum cleaners. I would have said certified air treatment home cleaning systems back in the day. But I did that, and I created something. I always wanted to, have a business of my own, and that's what, I was an independent contractor there. I like the ideal of residual income, earning income off of efforts done in the past. And I created something that I thought I had achieved that, and pretty much it got stolen from me. And I helped a lot of people, financially, and I wind up on the back end of the deal. So I figured out that wasn't my business, and I said to myself, you know what? I bit a sandwich one night, and immediately after I bit it, I said, this a sale. And I went from there. Right there. And every moment since then, back in 2012, in my backyard, I've been working every day to put this brand in the faces of the people. But I only am doing this because I was robbed out of one of my ideals and what I created to help a lot of people in a company that I was there for 14 years.
Well, I tell you, I know and it brings me to this one saying my mother used to say, out of every bad comes some good. That's what I'm going to take from that because it brought you to us. And you say you were in Detroit?
No, that's where the manufacturer of the company I worked for 14 years was. I was out of Pennsville, New Jersey, though, out of a direct manufacturer over that way. But yeah, from selling vacuums to $5 Zoagies out of the backyard, riding a bicycle around town. all throughout summer 2012 was definitely a big change, and big change when it came to money. I definitely was financially cool. Could always do more. That's why I was trying to create things. But yeah, selling a $5 sandwich versus a $3,000 product is a big difference. Big difference.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. And
You
so
can
I
see me.
shared. I can. Yeah, we can see you. We can all see you. We're looking right at
Oh
you.
my side. I'm sitting
Yeah.
here on the phone. My whole screen is blank. It went
Is
out.
it?
I was getting ready to put it up on the
No.
dashboard, and it went completely. I'm looking at a white screen, but you can see me. It's all good. I can hear
No,
you.
yeah, we can see you well. We can see you and hear you well. Oh no, no. I don't know what
That's
happened
a
with that.
beautiful thing.
Yeah, it sure is. So I'm so like inspired by your story. I was so inspired, as you know. Listen, family, when I tell y'all, I went last Sunday, okay, and I was a hot mess. I was looking a hot mess because it doesn't matter. When I go to Zoagies, I want what I want, and I don't care what I look like. I'm just going to get my Zogie. So I went and I said, "Listen, I have to have you. I have to have you on the show. You have to come and tell us about your business, how you got started, because when I tell you the line that is always out there, because we all know, and on that particular day, there was someone from, I think, the DMV, there was someone that had come from Delaware, including myself. Like people come from all over to get a Zogie.
From
Do you hear me?
over,
And your
and man,
juices. And your
the Zogie
juices.
Zeus,
Yes, the Zeus. Yeah. The Zogies.
the
Yes.
Zeus.
Yes.
It's definitely
The
special.
Zogies.
It's
It
definitely
is.
special.
It's special. It's special. I can't get. See, I can't get it. I can't get it. You're so
You
savvy with
definitely
that.
can. You definitely can. Shoot, actually, I'm in the process. I just came back. I had to jump in the passenger seat because I've just moved my food truck up to the Northeast. I just moved and just pulled back up to grab the trailer. And tomorrow we're going to be in a new location.
What?
In the Northeast Philadelphia, off of Roosevelt Boulevard and Whitaker, at the big plaza with the Walmart and Home Depot and all that. There's a whole food truck row. I'll be there tomorrow. I haven't even announced it yet to anyone what the address is. When I pull the trailer up tonight, I was going to talk about it. But definitely,
You're
I started
leaving.
this in the backyard.
You're leaving us.
Backyard.
What?
Yeah, South
Okay,
Philly.
let me get myself together.
Yeah, the lines wasn't consistent enough. I'm all about excellence. Just well enough ain't good enough. And if they ain't showing me love, like I ain't different, then I got to go on. And basically, if we got a minimum number, 100 orders a day. If it falls under that more than a month, we got to go because I got employees and I pay them real money. I'm proud to say I got employees working on a food truck, making 50, 60. And one time the other year made $70,000 on a food truck, and they can, take care of themselves, living in the hood.
I love that. So
They
you have
do off a
mentees.
truck. I'm proud to say that. Sometimes more that's out here right now. What's that?
So you have mentees. Are you mentoring?
Oh yeah, yes. I have mentees all over the world right now. I got someone in Grenada. Grenada came and worked with me. I show him. If you go over there, his name is Mr. Grill Internationally. He got a hat tilt to the side, like Zogie style. He's engaging with the customers. He's making sure the food is right every time. He's doing his thing, and I think he's on his way to $1 million. I've been in his first year because I was able to guide him and skip all the mistakes, all the hell I've been through. He was able to jump over all that, and he's doing the thing, man. He's very ambitious, and a guy I'm proud of him. His name is Mr. Grill International, Leroy, over in Grenada. He's doing his thing. And I got another brother over in California named Jade Yorker. He's a famous movie star. He was actually Baby Jesus on He Got Game. He grew up and played in a lot of he started in a gridiron game also as one of the star football players. But he has chicken, shrimp, and fries over there, and he come from under my tutelage and looking for me to come out there with my franchises here soon. It's crazy to talk about that 11 years ago. I was in the backyard with it. Walmart fryer, no money, no credit with it. I had a bike that I drove down the hood with it and sold $5 Zogies with it. And I told them one day I'm going to get it. They laughed at it, but 10 years later, we became $1 million business with it. through hell and high water. Oh my God, we keep smiling. Through hate crimes, they done shot the truck up, they done robbed the trucks, but every day we have never been closed. Even after the tragedy, we keep focused on the goal, because my ultimate goal is to inspire people like you just talk about. That makes me smile to hear you say you're inspired, because that's who I am. That's what I'm here for, to go through hell, to show people you can do it. Yeah, I'm right here to prove that things are difficult. I try to help people, tell people that you can get comfortable with being uncomfortable, to one day you really will be comfortable. And oh my God, I'm different, I'm unique, but I also know every human is a unique in their own way, and they're all are powerful. And that's my goal, to make sure you know, as a human, you can do amazing things always. Not limit yourself because you're human. Because most people, when it comes to the challenges in life, temptation in life, what they talk about, I'm only human, as if it's the downplay your nature. I'm only human, I'm not perfect. Oh my God, I call that being poop juice. You know what I mean? My book, Easy Excellence, that I wrote, oh my God, is all about going from poop juice mindset to excellence, and being on discipline and being on your tasks every day. That leads to excellence. Giving yourself excuses because you're human is poop juice. Not to be going on a tangent. I think that's speaking to me in the parking lot while I'm
well, you know, I love that. I'm used to it, because I'm used to being there when we all come up to show love, and you show it right back. But I want you to I would love for you to speak to something you shared, that the truck had been broken into. Now, I actually saw a live that you posted, and I don't remember verbatim, but I do remember you sharing on the day the truck had been broken into. You did a live, and you said your little girl. You had told your little girl about what it had. It was, when I tell you, it brought a tear to my eye. I'm not going to repeat the story well. So if you could share with our family members what happened on that day, how you were letting us know that you were still going to be open, but that the truck had been broken into, and you shared what your little girl said to you. Can you share that with us, please?
It was 8 a.m. I got a call from the guys at the truck. They went to open. They say, yo, bro, the truck is open. The register is gone. The freezers are open. The food is everything's gone. And I was shocked to think, like, wow, somebody really broke. I worked
so hard. It looks like we're having just a small technical issue here. It's probably the signal where Chef Zoagie is located. But family, if you're here, if you have just joined us, you're tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. We're talking with Chef Zoagie of Zoagies Deep Fried Hoagies. And I'm telling you, I like to share with you all when we've got good stuff. And I just love us so much. I just believe us to be a magnificent people. And he is such a colorful person, and the food is so good that I had to share with you about his business. You know, I like to spotlight businesses as well. I like for you to know what's going on and who's in the neighborhood. He just shared with us, though, that he's leaving South Philadelphia. No, he's been in South Philadelphia for as long as I've been going to the truck. But he shared that he's going to relocate to the Northeast. So guess what? I guess I will be driving to the Northeast, okay, to get my Zoagie, my salmon Zoagie, okay, because that's what I like. My salmon, it has salmon and broccoli, and it's just so good. It's just so good. And he has this Zoagie sauce that he puts on it. You hear me? Heavens to Murgatroyd. He just puts this sauce on it, and it just makes it's just a wonderful sandwich. But when he comes back, I'm going to ask him to share with us the story that he was telling us, that he began telling us. But I'll give you just an idea. The truck had been broken into, and he did a live. He goes on live a lot on Instagram, and he did a live, and he shared with everybody, and he had the same upbeat demeanor. It was just awesome because of the circumstance. He didn't let it get him down. He said, family, I'm just letting you know. Well, he said zamily, but he shared, family, I'm letting you know that we will still be in business today. It's all right. We were broken into, and they took some things, and he was sharing all of that. He said, but when he told his little girl, and I'm going to let him share what she said, but when I saw the live, it brought a tear to my eye because it was so touching. It was so touching. It was just a beautiful story. But I do want to acknowledge some of our family members who are joining us on our socials. My crazy cousin Sherry Riddick. Sherry, I'm going to beat you with a wet noodle, asking about the boxers. She was the one who had the question about the boxers. Melissa Gamble is joining us as well. Hi there. She shares good evening with everyone. And Sherry, too, I hope that you heard the response to your question. She asked about a Zogie. She shared she never had a Zogie, and she was asking where he was located. When he comes back, though, I will ask, because we did lose him. So when he comes back, I will ask him what his best seller is. I'm going to tell you, listen, I've one of my cousins, he gets the Zish Zogie, which is fish. It's a fish hoagie. I mean, it could feed like two people, I promise you. So can the salmon. But when he comes back, I'm going to ask him what his best seller is, because I am now curious to know as well what his best seller is. But what we're going to do in the interim, because it's about that time, we have to go to a break. But I do want you to know that the phone lines are open and you can call us. You can do that by dialing 215-634-8065, or you can call me toll free at 1-866-361-0900. You can call me and say hi if you want to. That's all right. I love love. You know I do. You know I do. But in any event, stay with us because we will be right back.
Are you ready to train for a career beyond the ordinary? Orleans Technical College in Northeast Philadelphia can help you get there. At Orleans Tech, we offer hands-on training and diploma programs in high-demand fields like air conditioning, refrigeration and heating, building maintenance, carpentry, plumbing and heating, and residential and commercial electricity, plus our brand new healthcare program, Clinical Medical Assistant. Start your dream career. Call us at 215-728-4700 or visit our website at orleanstech.edu.
WURD Radio is the only African-American owned and operated talk radio station in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and one of only 3 remaining in the country. In the past 20 years, WURD has evolved into a multimedia, multi-platform communications company that reaches deeply into the Black community through radio, events, digital, and social media. It is considered the go-to channel to engage, interact, and connect with Philadelphia's Black community. Our brand is built on the personal legacy of our founder, Walter P. Lomax Jr., MD. Dr. Lomax was a brilliant physician who established medical centers in underserved neighborhoods throughout Philadelphia to provide high-quality healthcare to Black and Brown communities for over 30 years. One of his most ambitious acquisitions was when he purchased WURD Radio. He understood the power of ownership and the power of independent media. Through WURD, he wanted to ensure that Philadelphia's Black community had the ability to speak and be heard in their own voice. We are celebrating 20 years of Black excellence. We are celebrating 20 years of progressive Black talk media. This vignette was brought to you by Comcast, United Way, and Bank of America.
Hey, son, how are you feeling?
I'm fine, Pops.
What's on your mind?
I can't explain it. Navigating without a compass, eyes waiting, started to wonder. Metamorphosis, loss of who you thought you was.
When your kid can't find the language, help them find the lyrics. Listen to the Sound It Out album and get tips and tools to start a conversation at soundidouttogether.org. Brought to you by Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
This is your celebration.
Hi, I'm Nicole Hannah-Jones, and I want to wish WURD a happy 20th anniversary, and thank you for serving your community.
I'm Val Gay from the Barnes Foundation, and I want to wish WURD a happy 20th anniversary.
This is Eric calling in to wish WURD a happy 20th anniversary.
I'm Karen Mayer, business manager at WURD Radio. Happy 20th anniversary, WURD. Looking forward to the next 20.
We're celebrating 20 years of progressive Black talk media.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hello there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick, yours truly, on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. We were talking with Chef Zogie, and while we are trying to get him back, he was having some technical difficulties with his connection. This world we're living in right now, there's so much going on with the airwaves. But in the interim, let's talk about some things. I'm always reading something crazy in the news or some headlines or something that, that just piques my interest. So talk about some things with me, if you will. I'm going to share some things, and I want to know what you think about these things, what you're thinking and what you're feeling, just until we get Chef Zogie back. Is that all right with you? I'm hoping so. First, I do want to say, I want to check on you guys. This heat wave that's coming, or that we've been in the midst of, I want to make sure you all are doing all right out there, because it's brutal, if you will. It's been brutal, and it's supposed to get more brutal. As a matter of fact, one of the headlines I read today read that Pennsylvania officials have declared a code orange air quality action day for ozones for the Philadelphia area for today, Wednesday. So that's going to continue, because we're expecting the temperature to still be hot. It reads that the State Department of Environmental Protection cited partly to mostly sunny skies, but the high temperatures in the low to mid 90s. So there was a lot going on with our air. Y'all, I have to be honest with you. It scares me, just so much going on with our air and our air quality these days. I don't know. It, and well, I'm not living in fear, so I can't say that, but it's just a little concerning, I should say. But I'm checking on you to find out how you've been making out with this heat, because it's a lot to work through. Okay, it's a lot. I read today too about a bus crash. I'm hoping that none of our family members were a victim of this bus crash, but also for those that were, I'm sending some prayers up for their wellness. But the story reads, Philadelphia police responded to a vehicle collision in Center City last night, on Tuesday night. The crash involved a SEPTA bus, officials say. Police said it happened on 16th and Walnut Streets just before 9 p.m. when a SEPTA bus crashed into a building. It reads that it's the fourth SEPTA involved collision in a week. So there's a lot going on. Y'all. There's a lot going on. I don't know what's happening, but there's something going on in the world here. In the meantime, I see that one of our family members is waiting to join us on our phone lines. Are you still there by any chance?
Yes. Hi, Carol. Hi, everyone.
Hi there, Ron.
Hi. Yes, I would just want to tell everyone, please, with this weather that's coming, that's here today. Did y'all see Mitch McConnell today? What happened with him on television?
No,
Yes, he lost all his train of thought. This heat, I don't know what it came from, but they were looking at him, and he couldn't respond and everything. I wonder what's talking in our city and in the country today. This weather is no joke. I have been a pretty strong guy. And last week when I came up to the event here, that sun did me in. And I know my speech is sort of slur-like, and I was out helping the boys and everything. So what I'm saying, please respect that sun and drink your water. And do not, do not get out in that sun. It's nothing to play with. Today, the weather was kind of dry, and I didn't even drive my car, nothing. And it just took all my energy away. And I'm usually a very high energy person. And I just want to say to everyone, there's just a lot going on. But then again, there's some things, especially us older people, and I hope.
It sounds like we're having all kinds of technical difficulties tonight. Ron, are you still there? Okay, there you are.
Yes. I just want to say to them and remind everyone, if we got our health and strength, we have everything. That's not a joke. and I will not complain. I hope that you won't complain. But as we get up in age, or even if you're not in age, you want to try to take care of yourself. But that sun is nothing to play with. Now, I've been pretty strong all my life, but it really taken my energy away from me. So I won't complain. I thank God for the years He has given me. And nice people like all y'all have treated Ron so very nice. This is what causes me to have the energy and to care for y'all because you care for me. Thank you very much.
You know we do, Ron. You know that we do. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Oh, you all see my fur child walking in the background. Chloe saying hello. But we do have Chef Zogie back. I'm so happy that he's been able to return to us. Chef Zogie, how are you making out over there? You good? Can you hear us well? I think we have. No, we're still having an issue. Still having just a mild technical issue. But what do you think? And how are you faring in this heat? Ron was right. Don't play with this. Don't play with this. Do not play with this heat because it is vicious. It really is vicious out there. For those of you who are just joining us, I just want you to know that we were just having just a slight issue, technical issue with the connection of our guest for this evening, Chef Zogie. So he had to, he's going to rejoin us, but in the interim, until he does, I'm talking about some things that are going on in the world, some things that I've read today in the news. I also read that there was a uterus transplant recipient who gave birth to a healthy baby. Now this, y'all, I don't know what's going on in the world. For the first time outside of a clinical trial, a woman has given birth to a healthy baby born from a transplanted uterus. Mallory, the mother, was born without a uterus, a condition called Mayer-Rokitansky-Kuster-Hauser syndrome. And she was told that she would never be able to carry a child. I read that this entire process took 18 months. I tell you, every day, there's something that I read that is absolutely unbelievable to me. And unbelievable to me. But I'm curious to know, what do you think about that? What do you think about a transplanted uterus and about giving birth, doing so, having the means to do so? It just sounds so, I don't know. It just sounds, just the thought of it to me sounds, and I don't want to seem or sound insensitive when I say this. So just, bear with me as I say it, but it sounds so unnatural to me. But at the same time, I'm happy for the parents that were able to give birth. She and her husband were able to give birth, but it sounds, I don't know. But I'm curious to know what you think. Talk to me. Let me know what you think and how you're feeling about that. You can comment on our socials, or you can give me a call. And you can do that by dialing 215-634-8065, or you can call me toll free at 1-866-361-0900. I believe another family member of ours is on our phone lines and is ready to join the conversation. Hi there. Are you still there?
How are you today, Carol? You're speaking with Audrey.
Hi, Miss Audrey. How are you?
I'm good. Earlier today, I heard on Reality Check that there was going to be a town meeting on understanding Social Security benefits better. One of the hosts will ARP, one of my favorite advocates, because guess what? The golden age is 50. I received my first birthday congratulations from them. So when I say we were in the house, it was inside Vernon Park in Germantown. We had a very good host. The sponsors were wonderful insofar as the accommodations. So that was wonderful. Now, regarding that birth, I'll say New Birth. Carol, can you remember during the 70s, the cover of New Birth where it was a great big egg and it was cracked open?
Yes, I remember that.
Right? So they say that the visionaries, whether it's our musicians, whether it's our artists who paint with a brush or draw with a pen or what have you, they're always way ahead of time. So, ugh, I
There's
don't
just so
know.
much, Miss Audrey. There's so much going on.
It is so much. My head is still wrapped around the fact, Carol, that from birth they knew how many eggs we had. Huh? So how about you should have given that egg count to my mama, my papa, or whomever was the responsible guardian, so I would know what I would want to do in the future going forward, right?
How about that? How about that? How about that, Miss
You
Audrey?
got
How
to
about that?
find some type of, I want to say, it's not even funny. It's not even something that, we should be having a conversation about years later. It should have been accuracy at our point of birth or at the point of change. Because it distraughts me, Carol, to hear that either we as women are carrying too much of a hormone and there's an imbalance, or our men are carrying too much of a hormone and there's an imbalance. And then, turn around. And I'm not saying yo as to you. I'm saying yo in the word, in the terminology of how it is being expressed from me, is that so you turn around and you create a uterus and you put it in a woman to give birth. To me, that's madness.
To me too, Miss Audrey. To me too. When I read it, first of all, I had to read it 3 times because the first time I just didn't receive it. I kept blocking what I was reading. I said, I don't think I understand what I'm reading. And I read it the second time, and I said, no, I'm understanding this.
Exactly. No, I'm not understanding it either. And then to mention the fact that Medicaid fraud in Texas, a physician took it upon himself to inject people with amniotic fluid. Huh?
See what I mean?
How does that take for them to do this reconfiguration in the midst of an impasse?
It's just too much.
It's the darndest world that we live in. And I don't know if folks remember this, and thank you for the time that you've given to me. They shut down the Mad magazine because they said of the type of material within. It's time for us to also shut down some of these grants that are given for some of these discoveries that they're coming forth with. That really makes it seem to be that avatar with either the elimination of one population and the remaining of the population are those who can keep up with the pace. Well, really, they're not going to be able to keep up with it either because it's
they're not. No, they're not. And I'm in agreement with you about shutting down some of these grants that are being issued and given. It's just madness to me at this point. It really is madness. We can't correct or solve some of the issues, these ongoing issues that we have, but we keep creating new things that are just. I'm getting frustrated. Let me calm
Don't.
Let me get myself together. Oh my goodness, Miss Audrey, thank you.
Get yourself a fan. Take that fan and wave it sometimes when you're having moments like this, just so you can move forward. All right, peace and love. Take good care of you.
And to you as well. Peace be unto you. Thank you so much. And love. We have one more caller waiting to talk with us. Are you still there by any chance?
Yes, I am, Carol. How are you? It's Lola.
Hi, Miss Lola. How are you?
I'm doing well. That was a great interview. I was listening on a train. I really enjoyed it because when I was younger, my brothers, so I have a few brothers. I have 6 brothers.
Oh,
and
my Lord.
so yes, I'm the only girl. And I grew up with a brother who used to box and my cousin. And then I used to watch all the boxing with them. My dad, they were heavily into it. And then we would sometimes when, I was allowed to, as I got older, to go to the fights and stuff like that. So I've always enjoyed boxing. I know it's like kind of a brutal sport, but it is it's a lot of mechanics that go into it. Like if you're a real boxing fan. So I really think I'm going to probably try to go because I like Atlantic City. Like I like the ocean
Me
resort.
too.
Oh my God, that's my favorite one. And I go down there sometimes during the week and work. When I'm not working, like if I have the time, if I can work remotely because I have a rewards card, I absolutely love that resort. And
Me
so
too. Oh, Miss Lola. I love the ocean resort. 'Cause
Oh my God,
I just walk around. I go down there and just walk around.
Isn't it so dope? I love how they have like the outside, the downstairs. You can go out to the cabanas. You can sit out at the fish tank. Oh, we got to talk about that
Beautiful.
another time,
Yes,
but it is so
we do.
beautiful. But I'm gonna probably get a room that weekend or something there, and then just go over to the showboat to support, but then also because I like it. But I wanted to call you. Touched me when you talked about this transplant. My thing is this: there are a lot of women who can't have children, and I understand that having two sons of my own is one of the most beautiful things that has ever happened to me. Carrying them. I mean, it's a lot though carrying a child. Don't get me wrong; they're good and it's some bad, but all in all, you bringing life into the world, and I breastfed, and I just carried them those 9 months, and then when it's gone, it's like, oh, I just missed that because your baby's in there. And so I do understand the need for some women to want to have a child so bad, right? But we are going into a place where I'm just not liking the trajectory of this world, and there's so many children that need to be adopted. We have so many kids, white and black. I mean, more black, of course, that need to be adopted, but there are a lot of white kids that need to be adopted too. I don't know her race, but I'm pretty sure she's a white woman. And there are so many children that need to be adopted. And I don't like the way that we're going. Now they're putting babies in trans men. And I mean, it's just the trajectory of it is not good for me because I'm not judging people or coming down or condemning anybody, but or being some type of righteous pillager. But I do believe in the Quran. I believe that there's a man and a woman and those kind of things. And the stuff that is going on, Carol, we're going down a rabbit hole that we might not can come back from. And now, remember back when they were talking about making babies, those babies that they were making in the lab, if you wanted to baby, right. I mean, this is where we're starting to come to. They're starting to take the wombs and now did you hear about they said they could maybe just take the egg, and I think that's what they did, take the egg and just transplant it into the womb, and in the uterus.
That's what they did. A transplant, a uterus was donated. I don't even understand that. I don't understand the sentence. I don't understand saying that.
Because woman who is living wants to give up her uterus. You have to, right? Because if you get rid of it and have a hysterectomy, it's no good. So
exactly. How does that right?
Who's giving you your uterus?
I couldn't even. I'm so sorry. I keep interjecting. I read. I'm telling you, I read it 3 times because I kept saying I just my spirit was not receiving what I was reading. It just feels so unnatural to me. It's so unnatural to me.
It is, and then Carol, what I'm thinking about is the future part of what's happening when they start playing. Listen, a lot of times when movies come out, the stuff has already happened because it's already in somebody's mind. And people who have a lot of money, they're already experimenting over in Sweden, Australia, and the back alleys of Amsterdam and all of that. So therefore, that this stuff is stronger than what they're really putting out. So they're already trying to do stuff that is already past what they're showing the public. And that's what's scary to me. AI is coming. The AI.
It's here. It's here. It's here.
Well, that's what I meant. Well, it's here, but I meant it's the force of it is not here yet. Now it's here. I'm talking about the force that we're going to feel in like 5 years or 10 years, and now you're going to have transplanted babies walking. I mean, it's just I just don't like the trajectory of it. But I do know that women want children, but there are a lot of ways. A lot of ways to be a mother, and everybody might not have a child themselves, but they also mother in different ways. And so my aunt,
I'm one of those women. I'm one of those women, Miss Lola. I'm one of those women. I'm one of those because I don't have any biological children, but I have babies all over. You'll hear me say my son. You'll hear me say I'm one of those women. But what I do have to do, because I hate having to interrupt you, but I do have to go to commercial. We have to take a commercial break, but family, stay with us because we'll be right back.
Grilling season is here. Keep things sizzling all summer long with Dietz & Watson. Fire up the grill with perfectly smoked premium franks and sausages, or enjoy endless sandwich combos with fresh sliced meats and cheeses in a variety of bold flavors. There's something for everyone in the family, plus plenty of protein-packed snacks. Head to DietzandWatson.com to find a shop right near you. Dietz & Watson, it's a family thing. Premium meats and artisan cheeses since 1939.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now, it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What are you waiting for? If you've been enjoying the information and interviews WURD provides every day, or come out to our community events, it might be time to become a member. This year marks the 20th anniversary of WURD, and there's no better time to join the forward movement. Sign up or renew your sustaining membership at just $90, or your digital membership for just $5 a month. Join online at wordradio.com/membership, or pick up the phone and give us a call at 215-425-7875. Press 4 for assistance. The time to join is now.
What am I waiting for? I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling, the limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
This is your celebration.
Hi, I'm Baron Holland from Bank of America, and on behalf of Bank of America, I would like to wish WURD a happy 20th anniversary. WURD is the heartbeat of the Black community in Philadelphia, and we look forward to helping WURD continue their programming and continuing doing the good work in the community in Philadelphia. Once again, a very happy 20th anniversary.
We're celebrating 20 years of progressive Black talk media.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know what love is.
Hey there, family. Welcome back. You're tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. We were having just some technical difficulties with our guest in this hour, Chef Zoagie, but we do have him on the phone. I do want to say thank you to our callers for calling in and sharing in the conversation. Heavens to Murgatroyd, y'all, I get so worked up about some of these topics that we discuss, but that one in particular, thank you for joining the conversation with me. But Chef Zoagie is with us on the line. Hi, thank you so much for being diligent and for coming back to us.
Yes, I was fighting. I was opened up the computers, opened the phone, did the other. I said, "Oh my God!" I figured out how to come back on. I said, "Well, I'm on the phone now. I might as well just talk."
That's right.
Talking, and I said, "Are they there?" And I said, they're not there. I said, "Oh my God, I'm talking to myself."
Let me tell you, I was sitting here saying, "No, I hope he's not still talking. I hope he's not." But I'm so.
Remember, I couldn't see the screen, so I didn't know whether anyone were there or not. I said, "Oh man, I'm just talking and talking and talking." I wonder how long I went.
But you know what? I'm so glad to have you back. But I know we're short on time, so I want you to continue the story. But I do have a question from one of our family members. One of our family members wants to know what your best seller is.
Best seller. Right now would be Zrab and Zoagie, I believe, is the best as far as numbers are concerned. Is the Zrab and Zoagie. Close second is Zish's Shrimp Monster.
And as far as most popular is Zoagies Monster.
Right. So the crab and shrimp, which is the Zrab and Shrimp Zogie, that's the best seller. Now the Loch Ness Monster, that's with everything, right? Is that?
Yes, fish, shrimp, zrap, and lobster.
Fish, shrimp,
On a
crab,
deep
and
fried roll. That's gold.
Ooh, yeah, I haven't tried that yet, y'all, but I know so many people who are traveling from far and wide to
Oh yeah,
get
when
that.
they travel that far, they definitely when they travel that far, they get in the Zoagies.
Yes. So I was sharing with our family members that you did share that you'll be moving, you're relocating to the
Yes.
Northeast. Is that correct?
Yes.
And when will that happen?
As soon as we hang up the phone, I'll be pulling that trailer to the Northeast.
Okay. And what are your hours? That's something I never
Hours
knew.
is 11 to 8 daily, every single day, 11 to 8 until 9 on Friday and Saturday.
Okay. Until I did not know that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I always just took a chance. I'm like, he's got okay until 9 on
every
Friday,
day.
on Friday and
Rain,
Saturday.
sleet, or
That's
snow,
Friday.
no matter what, we's open.
Okay, in the Northeast, and where exactly again? Will you be located now? Where
I'll
you
be right
relocated?
off of Roosevelt and Whitaker at the Walmart Plaza. I got to figure out what's the name of that plaza, and I'm right in front of like Kid City. I got to figure out what that address is, so I'll know later tonight. I'll know where I'm at. But I'm right there off Roosevelt and Whitaker at the big plaza. So we can't meet it because it's like 20 food trucks on that area. It's like a food truck row, so it's plenty to eat.
Listen, I know exactly where it's located, and we will find you. You know what they say, just like you make time for that which you deem important, we will find you. Okay,
Yes,
we will definitely find you.
and I love to be found. Yes,
I know that's right. So I'm looking at the time, and I'm so sorry that we didn't have more time with you, but I'm hoping that you'll come back to visit us if that's all right.
Yes, definitely would come back another time.
Thank you, family. To God be the glory, as always. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. As we wrap up tonight's episode, I'm extending my utmost gratitude to each and every one of you. One of our callers, thank you to each of our guests. Special thanks to Kayla J and Niall Jacks. Family, I'm going to say it because I always do. We're all in this together, so be good to you, but also be good to those around you. Please have a great rest of your night, and be sure to join me Monday through Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, for another edition of Love and Life, right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.